we have approximately 677 federal judges. And the ones who are appointed by the Democrats think they want to be president, and they think they want to be Congress. And in Federal 78, Hamilton warned against the greatest danger, where you have the judiciary combining itself either with the lawmaking capacity or with the executive capacity. And that will be the ultimate in tyranny. And that's what the judiciary's done. Roe versus Wade, you make up some right to abortion based on the penumbras from the internet, just make it up. That's outside of their authority. Or these foolish judges like Boasberg and Reyes who can think they can issue an order to the President of the United States to turn around a plane which is filled with criminals deported under the Immigration Acts. The Constitution gives Congress and the President only the authority over immigration, and over the only the authority of the military. The courts don't have it. They grabbed it because we let them grab it. We need to pass what I call a Judicial Separation of Powers Act to clip their wings. The Congress has the power to clip their wings. Abraham Lincoln, during the Civil War, had an issue with the Supreme Court at that time. There was a guy named Roger Taney who was the Chief Justice. And there was a Confederate officer named John Merriman over at Fort McHenry. Y'all know, Osei, can you see? But the dawn's really light. The flag was there at Fort McHenry. You get it? Yeah. Anyway, there was a Confederate officer at Fort McHenry. Taney sent an order to Lincoln for a habeas corpus order to remove the prisoner and bring him before the Supreme Court. You know what? How Lincoln handled that? Anybody know how Lincoln handled that? Lincoln read Federal 78. He told the Supreme Court to go pound sand and did not comply with it. In 2017, you may remember, when Trump entered a couple of orders to stop temporarily immigration from Muslim nations, the Democrats sued. They had a judge named James Robards in Seattle and another one named Derek Watkins in Hawaii, who was Obama's law school classmate, by the way, unconstitutional. So the administration appeals to the Ninth Circuit, which is out there, and the SCOTUS, and a year later it's reversed. So what's going to happen when USS Abraham Lincoln is home ported in San Diego, which is where I was in the Navy for a while? I love the place. What's going to happen if the Middle East blows up and the president orders USS Abraham Lincoln to sail out of San Diego and some liberal files a lawsuit against the president because it's going to hurt the sea lions or the whales or whatever, and the judge gives the order to stop it? What's going to happen? You see, we are facing tyranny. Here's the thing we got to remember. Communists play the long game. The Chinese communists play the long game. And don't think just because somebody speaks English, they're not communists. What we're seeing right now with these out-of-control judges is the evidence of communism using the levers of power to sustain power. Now they've tried COVID, they tried lawfare, but now they're trying to go back to their communist judges. And we cannot afford, even in the Senate race. Keep in mind, we have 4 years of President Trump, but and we might have only 2 because we don't know what's going to happen in 26. But whoever comes into the United States Senate is going to be there for 4 years after Trump's gone. So we love our country. We have to make a determined effort to understand that we've got to go to war against this deep state and take it out. And we cannot do it. We cannot do it just by the status quo.